That was really the brief, is how many different ways can we use it? How many ways can we rig it? And then for me, it was how far could we push it?
We have seen what the Pyxis can do. We've seen Patrick did an amazing job. It would have been great for us to get a new delivery date. Are we getting this camera very soon? Blackmagic Pyxis first ever video or sample commercial incroyable, and obviously Blackmagic getting Patrick aka the Wandering DP to shoot that first ever video is one of the best things they have done this year, including them taking the amazing sensor and putting it in the more riggable body that everyone have been asking for. Blackmagic, I'm not taking away from you making amazing hardware and software for everyone, and let me tell you, so when Blackmagic announced the Pyxis 6K, everyone was excited. Why? Because we have been waiting for this camera, aka box style camera, for so long, and it was here. And Blackmagic gave us a delivery date, and so many people did order this camera because they had project that they was going to have just a few days or weeks after that delivery date, and that was their big reason for putting those order. But when that did not happen, so many people cancel, and that's because every time you type in Pyxis on the web, what you get was this YouTuber went on this camera show and they're just showing the Pyxis. Then there was no footage, there was no anything to keep everyone hungry and excited. But that have changed until now, when Blackmagic decided to take that camera and put it in the hand of the Wandering DP, or aka Patrick. By the way, Blackmagic, if that was from you guys, hey, I'll give you that one. Also, if this is from a PR company, they deserve a raise. Let me tell you why. Because, so if you do know about Patrick, he's a very good skilled filmmaker, because his podcast and his visual breakdown on YouTube, he focused on showing you his thought process of building that image, and his work there is layer. He will tell you, this is my framing, this scene here, there's no more depth, I added this and I built this, and there's the visual interest that he had, and his style is very, very good, which mean when he got to take the Blackmagic Pyxis, he was going to put this camera and push it to its limit, which is why we are seeing this amazing clip from the camera, which is very good for everyone that want to buy, and also for indie filmmakers, because sometimes like camera brand do make mistake. You releasing a camera and you don't really do as much effort as paying someone like Patrick or any other experienced filmmaker to take that camera and put it in a professional environment. I mean, great spherical, vintage or modern lenses mixed with anamorphic. I'm talking great lighting, great location, great makeup, great production design, and just an amazing team that has so many experience, which is what Blackmagic have done. Which mean every time when someone want to see the best on what that camera can do, they would use that as a reference. And this time being Patrick, I think he did a phenomenal job, because obviously one thing that I do like about him, he is not a gearhead. When you give him the camera, and up till now watching his videos, he's not bothering us about dual native ISO, the sensor, the height. No, he is just showing you, this is what I did get with this camera. And also, when I did receive this camera, I am an Alexa LF owner. I just had to turn the camera on and do what I do, which mean if he had used this camera in any of his previous project, his client was going to love it because he just focused on building everything that he's working on to be the best way that it can be. And that's what he did with the Pyxis. And the result of that was us getting to see how great the image quality is, how great the low light is, and how well that camera can be pushed, which, by the way, so many people sent me this video and tell me, hey, we did put in our order again because this was a reassurance that, hey, this camera, it is capable, which is very, very good. Another thing that I did like watching Patrick's breakdown was that he got to give his approval on the Pyxis 6K. And one of the most refreshing things was actually him saying,
basically, I changed nothing. I didn't do anything different. I turned on the camera, I looked at the image, I thought, I'm just gonna do everything how I normally do it. I'm gonna light the same way, I'm gonna push the levels the same way, I'm gonna expose the same way. And the way that I expose images, it's not unique, right? I've talked about it on this channel and the podcast for 10 years. I like things down. I like things with a little bit a fatter toe, so more in the shadow side. I don't like to overexpose, and I like to put a lot of pressure on the colorist to not blow it, basically. Because, again, I'm not that great. I want to smush everything into the least amount of variables possible. And yeah, so I didn't have to change anything, really, is the whole thing. Now, is that a little bit worrisome for future me on commercial productions that, I don't know, the Mini LF system that I have, I don't know, that was probably 150 grand. And this thing's, what, 4, 5 grand? I don't even know what the price is, but it's definitely less expensive, and I didn't have to change anything. And so I don't know. Again, I'm not really a numbers person when I'm looking at, oh, this thing has 14 stops versus 13 stops. It's like, go out and get it. If it clips, we're in trouble. Change something so that it doesn't clip. And I didn't have to do any of that.
Remember, they shot this some time ago. There was time that went on to do the post-production, and then now he get to film his breakdown of everything graded by Blackmagic, and then now him saying, I think is 4 to 5K, which mean that is the value that he's associated that camera with after seeing how great it is and how good basically the whole package is. And that got me thinking, Blackmagic always look after us, and honestly that is something that we need to commend them for, because if this pro filmmaker think this camera is 4 to 5K and Blackmagic said nah, that camera is under 3.7K or under 2.5K, depending on which one you're getting, EF, PL or RF, that is something to be happy with. And obviously that is an amazing bargain because you can't really go wrong. So it was really good to see everything that went on as far as testing this camera, and obviously I have seen how well this camera can be pushed, which also mean if you get the Pyxis and you decide I'm gonna put on a basic lens and then it will give you basic results, or if you take your time and think more about your story, how you telling that story, and get to do everything that you can and mix with amazing people, this camera will give you great results. One of the things that I did notice is that when Blackmagic said all the clips are available online, I went online rushing, and as you can see, here is some of the clips that I downloaded, and I managed to play with them to just see for myself. And one of the things that was missing on Blackmagic's website was the low light. Blackmagic, can you help us by uploading the low light scene on your website so we can actually see how well this camera perform in low light? That's actually one of the last thing that I'm curious about, because right now I've seen this camera's range and so far I am happy with it, excluding one thing that I'm going to talk about. But hey, like I've always said, The Pyxis price is good, the body, it is good, and that's actually what so many people have been asking for. The IO, yes. The sensor, what can I complain about? Blackmagic DaVinci Resolve, and obviously generation 5 color science, which is good, and it helps you to get those beautiful colors that are really unique. And one thing that I would say from someone that really shoot so many things is that as a DP, sometimes I shoot something and they want it like yesterday, which mean the Pyxis having only one codec is a very big downfall for me, which mean, let's say I'm shooting something right now and they want an instant. RAW is just very heavy to handle, which I've decided I'm going to keep my Lumix S52X that I'm going to be using when I need those fast turnaround project, or just any project that does not require so much heavy on post-production. And on anything else, I might use the Pyxis. Also Blackmagic, we have seen what the Pyxis can do. We've seen Patrick did an amazing job. Are we getting this camera very soon? Because I feel like now that we have seen what the camera can do, it would have been great for us to get a new delivery date, so we know how long we get to wait for. Because that the fact that you guys told us it was going to be delivered and you missed the delivery, you could have at least give us, hey guys, we are sorry. You don't need to say sorry. We are pushing for ABCD. Hey, I'm just saying, I'm the messenger. Also, for now, for those people who are putting in your order, I hope Blackmagic is producing as many camera as they can, because there are going to be a heavy demand on this camera. Also Blackmagic, I hope that you are testing this camera, you are doing the quality control as much as you can, because I don't want people to wait for so long and then get the camera and there's something wrong with it and they get to send it back again. So take as much time as you want, and when you deliver the camera, make sure that there are enough for everyone. So guys, that is all for today's. Great to see Blackmagic coming back with something refreshing and something new for the Pyxis, for us to know what the camera can do. I can't wait to get my hands on one, and I will see you when I see you.